I want to do is just tell you a little bit about who I am and why I'm standing before you. My name is Royce Kennebrew. I grew up in Detroit, Michigan. I did my primary school and elementary school in Detroit, Michigan. But for my university, I went to the cornfields of the University of Iowa, which is probably around 500, maybe around 600 kilometers from Detroit to Iowa City. I stayed there and I got a degree in English, Literature, and African American World Studies. An educational consultant and a public speaker. That means I go around and I talk to people about things that they don't know. One of those things is African American history, or history of people of African descent, black people in colonial states, and also education topics. History before slavery, then I'll talk about slavery in our country, and then talk about how that past affects the education of people of African descent. There's some interesting things that we're going to find out about the American educational system. Okay? You guys are English students, correct? Okay. So you're studying English. How many years?
More than 10 years.
More than 10 years? How many people less than 10 years? Everybody more than 10 years? Okay, good. Chattel slavery was sort of like the property in slavery made African people similar to cattle, similar to rice, similar to sugar, similar to tobacco. That's what that type of slavery. And the people were not considered even human. Brown versus education case. It said that if you have a school for black children and a school for white children, by the mere fact that they are separate, they're unequal. So the Brown case said that it didn't say that these schools had to be brought together. Now, you have ministries, I understand, in China, where you have a ministry of agriculture, you have a ministry of health, you have a ministry of commerce, and other ministries. Now, in 1868, in 1867, we were going to start basically a ministry of education. And we did. That would be equivalent to the Chinese government. So it didn't stay at the ministry level. They changed it and brought it down. And they did that because of something called states' rights. We believe in the United States of America that each state, that Nebraska, that California, that Michigan, that Illinois has the right to create their own laws in regard to education. It was always a little department. So you have only 30 years, 38 years since the United States of America has had a Department of Education. And the Department of Education in America does not create or discuss or oversee curriculum. It does not control, oversee, or control instruction, requirements, and it's all separate in 50 different states.